Uh, I had to. Well, I guess the video got cut short. My phone battery is about to die. Let's see if I can get some of my people back. All right, yeah, I get some of the brothers and sisters back. If I had to start that video up again. Uh, I guess my phone wasn't plugged up, but that's serious, man. That's real serious. It's real serious, boy, and it is terrible. You know how I know it's terrible? I know dang on well it's terrible. It's extremely terrible. I know because I've been through it. Not only have I been through it once with my mother-in-law, where, you know what? It's easy to go out and make your mouth say anything. But you're either going to put up or shut up. In most cases, they won't shut up. They'll talk. Sorry about that. Most cases, people just gonna talk. Oh, I love my. And people see you. Oh, how's your mama? How's your mama? Oh, she doing fine. She's struggling right now. You don't even know, cause you ain't been nowhere around. You'll stand there and you'll read the scriptures, and then you'll turn around and tell somebody that's asking out of genuine concern. You'll turn around and tell them a barefaced lie. Because you're totally uninterested in assuming your responsibility. You tell me. I know. Now I watch my wife do it. I watch my wife do it single-handedly. Single-handedly. And as bad as this may sound, it ain't no strike against nobody else. People do love their family. They do love their family. They just don't be responsible like they're supposed to. There ain't no strike against that. I use my life as an open book. I use it for an example. I'm not worried about making people mad if it's the truth. I don't slander people, but I watch it happen. Not only do I watch it happen then, I'm watching it happen right now. Right now. Right now. That when people get old, only thing they want is they want some company. They want somebody to come and visit them. They want somebody to sit with them. They can't go nowhere no more. They can't do the stuff that they used to do. They want somebody to come and hang out with them. You mean to tell me that you can be in the Bible? You can be a part of every church event. You can be there Sunday school. You can be there for morning service. You can be there for evening service. You can be in a Wednesday night Bible study. All of them. And then you can do that for 6 months. And you ain't done nothing. You know you got grandparents that's sick. You know you got people that's in the hospital. You know you got people that's in the nursing home. You can pour over all that time trying to pretend that you're righteous when you won't do anything that the Most High is instructing you to do. I don't care what it is. You can be whatever. You can be a preacher. You can be a pastor. I've heard pastors say, well, you know, I don't really go to the hospital unless they beckon for me, unless they beckon for me to come. I thought that was part of your responsibility, which leads me to another thing. Preacher or pastor, why is it that preachers and pastors get paid? Oh, well, you know, the pastor gets paid because he dedicates his life to the ministry and, you know, and he's responsible for visiting the sick and then counseling the married couples. And then, you know, when somebody dies, you know, I thought that was a believer's responsibility anyway. That was his natural responsibility anyway. You'll get paid for doing what the Most High instruct you to do on a daily basis. You know what? Look at what the Most High feels. We pour over the dead scriptures of our dead ancient ancestors, and they mean everything to us. But then when it comes to your family members, you want to get paid. We'll go down to the Social Security Department and you know, see if I can get paid. I can get paid. See, the money will motivate you to do what you are naturally responsible for doing. It's a whole heap of things that we can go into. It's a whole heap of things. Whole heap of things. Same thing. You pour over the dead scriptures, you're in the scripture. You got all that time in the world to spend. But you won't go visit your brother or your loved one that's locked up. You can't take that 2-hour drive down the highway to go and visit your brother who's locked up in prison. You see? You got all this stuff the job, the work, the everything. You ain't got no money to put on the broke man's books. This is what I'm talking about. And so then what you do is you have people that are prick in their spirit. And rather than them to identify with what's being said, they get mad and come and assault you. You see? I'm asking the questions, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about it? We got time for everything else, but we ain't got time for the people that we supposed to have time for. You see? They ain't got no time for it. Period. You know? Israel ain't no different than church and then Christian brothers. All of us is going to hell in a handbasket. Just like that. And it's just like that. You'll say yourself, you ask a brother at the church, hey man, you know, somebody done died, you know what I mean? We don't need no funeral, you know. We're willing to give a love gift, you know, it's just to use a facility just to feed the family. Well, you know, the way we do it is that, the church is for the membership. Really? Really? The church is for the membership? Oh, okay. Yeah, you right. Because that ain't no church. That's not the church that belongs to the Most High. Because the thing that belongs to the Most High is for all men, everywhere, no matter where they come from. Because I thought it was God's house. You see, we are shifty in our thinking and our understanding. We'll say it's God's house, but then we'll do what we want to do with what we say belongs to God. We say it's God's house, but everybody ain't welcome there. We say it's God's house, but we'll pick and choose who we're going to allow to come in there and do whatever they're going to do. But we'll say it's God's house. If it's God's house and I'm God's child, I should have just as much right as anybody else that's standing here. But the evidence is that it is not God's house because God's child ain't welcome. God's child don't have no voice in there, and God's child can't do nothing. So this is not God's house. This is your house. And because it is your house, I will not come in here and try to tell a man how to govern his house. So ain't no need of me coming to visit your house. I don't get the right treatment in there. It's the same thing. It's no different than Christianity than Israelite heritage. It's no different. It's no different. But I'm telling you that these things, if what you learning in the Bible ain't coming out, being exemplified in your life, you can just go, shut up. Put up or shut up. Put up or shut up, because everybody on these pages got family members. Everybody on these pages got family members. And everybody on these pages, family members ain't in the best of shape. You can tell me you can spend 3-4 hours in the scripture, but you ain't got no money to loan your cousin when they get in trouble. You can't come and help them. Oh, you can go out and you can buy everybody drinks and you can buy people drinks. You can do for people what you want to do for them. But when it come time for somebody to really need you, oh, you can't do it. Oh, you can't do it. Hey, man, I'm just keeping it real. It's time out for all that science fiction. Science fiction. You can't live your life in the desert. You can't live your life in the desert. And those things that you learned in the desert, they were things that were done when the people were living. That means that while they were living, they were doing great things with their life. They were doing great things amongst their people. Them words ain't just there for nothing. Them words are there because those words are written things of people's actions and the movements that they did. Oh, you can praise Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for the works and the great things that Ezekiel and Jeremiah done, but you ain't got nothing to do in your world except look at what they did. Oh, well, look at what Jeremiah done. Oh, look at what Ezekiel done. Oh, the Bible said right here. The Bible said right here that the prophet Nehemiah done this. Well, the Most High said, what the hell are you doing with your life? Because if I done it through them and they were able to do great things among their people, what's wrong with you? Why is it that you can't do nothing? You running around here talking about me, this, that, and the other. But why is it that you can't do no great works around the people that you living with? Come on, my Hebrew Israelite, my Christian brothers, come on. Let's talk. What do y'all think about this? What do y'all think? Because this is the world we living in. What y'all doing over there? That's something for us to think about. Yeah, that's something for us to think about. So, that's real. This is what I tell my people. Now, y'all miss me with that foolishness. And y'all miss me with that foolishness. Everybody got a family. Everybody got something to do. Well, time to go get busy. Well, gonna be looking at the Chiefs game in a minute.